4 touchdown favorites against a winless team, national championship and Big Ten hopes still alive, and you put out whatever that was? Whoever first said, every single day there's a main character on the internet, and the job that you have every single morning is not to be that person.
Facts. And James Franklin has failed.
That person.
James Franklin has failed. Last week we talked about this man, and he said, I didn't get tired of hearing it. Let's hear some more. And our YouTube section, we had a video really kind of pop off. A lot of people have opinions on this. Some think we're idiots. Some are right on board with us. Others just don't like the guy. And you know what? We're here for that as well.
What's fascinating is one of the big things that I said after the Oregon loss for Penn State was, if not now for James Franklin, then when?
Yeah.
Here's a senior laden team. This is not rocket science. This is the talking points you could get anywhere, to be honest with you. It's the senior laden team built like Michigan's title run in 23, built like Ohio State's title run in 24. And they proceeded to answer the question of if not now, when, with the answer of never.
No, simply no.
And again, I would have to have an actual like Penn State fan chime in the comments below, which obviously please do that. Like, is this the most embarrassing, worst loss in Penn State history? As an outsider looking in, I mean, I can't imagine there's been a worse one coming off a loss like you had against Oregon, 4 touchdown favorites against a winless team, national championship and Big Ten hopes still alive. And you put out whatever that was.
Well, what was it? Somebody in our YouTube comments just this weekend after the UCLA loss commented and said, this was the worst one in program history, even over, I think it was Lehigh that beat them like into the early James Franklin years, because people kind of already assumed what he was taking in and that they were kind of going to be in a little bit of a slow rebuild to start. But even our comment section has been kind of divided on this. We had a handful of people that, in fairness, said his buyout is too big. He's also the winningest coach percentage-wise in Penn State history. He's second in gonna be second in wins. Thought it would have been this weekend, and then he said no.
They get Northwestern, which apparently is going to be a big game now.
I don't trust any of it now. So he has the chance to go, and he will be eventually. He'll be the second winningest coach in program history. The guy routinely has this program. Even if you disagree or you know that they're going to lose the big games, he comes into each year and you can look at that team and go, this is a 9 to 10 win team. They'll be in it. They'll have some really big games. And so they've gotten back to at least some relevancy there. And I've had the question asked in our comments, if not him, then who? And I think that's fair because.
But also, I mean, it's fair, but also the question has got to be, are you content with being Iowa, or do you want to be Michigan and Ohio State?
That's where I would stand. I think if you're a program like Penn State, the answer is no. He's not doing good enough. That's just a matter of fact.
Because now you're not just big game James. It's little game James also. Well, what are we doing?
Who was it? It was somebody. It was Annie. I always mispronounce her name. Agar.
Yeah, okay.
Famous social media person. You've probably seen her videos everywhere that she said James Franklin got so tired of hearing people talk about how he can't win the big games that he decided to lose the small games as well.
And that's exactly
chess, not checkers.
And that's exactly it. If you're Penn State, I don't know where you go from here, because you could sit here as a Penn State fan or as a Penn State program and say, well, if we beat Indiana and we beat Ohio State, everything's in front of us. Yeah, I guess.
I disagree.
I guess. But
disagree.
I mean, so there's a world in which you could bend this to feel like Ohio State after the Michigan loss. There's a world in which you can bend it that way. I don't think that that's a fair assessment. Penn State has not beat a Power 4 team yet this year. This was a preseason national championship favorite whose best win is currently Florida International University, which is a real school. How is that your best win? You've played 2 Power 4 teams and you lost both of them.
This isn't week 3.
What are we doing here? And so if you're Penn State, I don't know where you go.
No, and after the game, one of the reporters asked Drew Aller, do you guys think you're still in the hunt? And he was like, what do you think? And they said, well, I don't know. And honestly, I'm glad I wasn't that reporter, because I'd have said, well, Drew, you don't want to know what I think, because you ain't going to like the answer. And he still thinks that this is a team that's in the hunt. And the like disassociation from reality with them is just crazy. There is no circumstance where you watch them play Oregon at home and lose the way that they did, And then you see them go out and lay an egg against UCLA, where the defensive scheme was just atrocious. This is a team that went out and made Jim Knowles the highest paid defensive coordinator in the nation at the time. In the last 2 games, that defense has allowed a combined 870 yards and 72 points.
Is that good?
It is not, and I am so glad. I was actually upset when Jim Knowles left. Now I'm thankful. Thank you, Penn State.
My brother and I were texting about this over the weekend, and he said, "Is Matt Patricia actually an upgrade from Jim Knowles?" And again,
100%.
as a Lions fan, I'm going, I don't know if I'm willing to say that, but I mean, Penn State's certainly not playing
with those
well.
Coordinators, though, is you heard people questioning that move, and there are just some guys, and they questioned it last year with Ohio State and Chip Kelly even. There are just some guys who aren't cut out to be head coaches. They can really be experts on one side of the ball, and that was what Chip Kelly was known for, was his offense. And you saw what he was able to do when he was able to go and utilize talent that Ohio State had and be able to focus on that group. Same thing with Matt Patricia. Throw out the head coaching record. The guy knows defense. Him being able to go there and just be able to focus on that, you're seeing the results of it. But whatever's happening at Penn State, I mean, there's got to be a cutoff point. There's got to be a point where you look at that program and you have the fan base. That town wants to go crazy for the Lions.
I mean, it's the best atmosphere in college football.
Yeah, one of the best for sure. You can get the talent. There's no doubt about it. You have the money. The only thing stopping you right now is a coach.
Yeah, it's James Franklin in a hot dog costume. We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
Yeah, 100%.
That's more than enough on Penn State. Like if we buried James Franklin at this point,
same time next week, probably.
Why don't we? My guy, I'd say if Northwestern beats them, oh my goodness, but UCLA.
If Northwestern beats them, I can't bring him back for a 3rd time around the sun on wheel route, because at that point I'll feel like a bully. I
disagree. I disagree. The Rivalry Podcast is part of the Varsity Network from Learfield and the River Podcast Network from River Radio Ministries.
New episodes out every Monday.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you're listening right now, and follow on social media at RivalPod and RivalPod.com.
And if you like what you hear, share with a friend so they can listen too.